Hello everyone, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Agent Gumbo, and I'm an American, so that clears that up. Now I'm going to introduce everyone today because I am hosting, because I am the greatest. So there's a guy above me, looks like some kind of clown or penguin, I'm not too sure. His name is Grimejack 21502. Grimejack, how's it going?
Doing well today, Gumbo. I heard something one of my redneck friends said that I thought of you when I heard it. We were talking about the 4th of July and potential drinking activities, and the 4th of July was referred to as America's orgasm. So I thought of that. I thought of you. I thought of this game, which pretty much sums up exactly what we're doing here. So as we sit down and get ready to do this, I'm Grimjack 21502. I'll be your keeper for Atomic Cthulhu for the foreseeable future.
All right, cool. Agent Grimejack. We also have My Thematic with us today. It looks like some kind of nerd. What's up?
Hi. It's pronounced My Thematic. It's French for Mythematic. Yeah, the French. I'm sorry, Gumbo. Excuse me. It's good to see you. Happy to be here. Be playing Joey DeVivre. And he'll probably die. The switchblade comb wielding dance fighter from the 50s / greaser.
Cool.
Heartthrob.
Cool. We also have Kayana with us today. What's the ETA looking on that, Kayana?
Sorry, that killed me because that's exactly how one substitute teacher pronounced my name for an entire week. I have a hard to pronounce name. Apparently. Hi, everybody. I am going to be playing a new character today because Jane is walking off to her death right now. That's fun. So you'll probably learn a little bit more about her in a second, but I am playing Iris Bauman, who is a doctor, and she is Jane's love interest. Yeah, I bring in the drama. That's what I'm doing here.
I don't understand, but okay. And we also have some guy called Mike from Unmade Ming. And looks like he might be an American too, so he's alright by me. What's up, Mike?
It's true, I am an American, and I wonder if the only Americans that you've seen is Christian Bale's Batman and nothing else as your basis. But if that's true, I'm okay with it. As I'm okay with the inevitable heat death of the universe in this Cthulhu game, which I can't wait for, because I ride supreme on the Road Warrior forever and ever in the hell-like landscape as Lenny Williams, who I'll be playing today as I slowly descend further and further to hell. It'll be good times.
All right, I'll take it.
Saying biblical.
And last, excuse me, I was speaking. Last but not least, we have Gaiulia Rosa.
That's exactly right.
I know.
You nailed it.
Thank you.
Can you pronounce my character's name as well? Or is that just too hard? Yeah, that one's also correct. That one's right.
I remember you, Ruben. I've been thinking about you all week.
Oh,
4th of July is coming up, Ruben.
I know,
Know what
so
that
it's
means?
Canada Day. Yeah.
Fuck that. No, that doesn't exist. As far as I'm concerned, Canada is a lie made up by communists. There is nothing above America and nothing below it. So, anyway, Ruben, who are you playing?
I'm playing Dr. Ruby Martin, who is an archaeologist, and yeah, that's about it. She's sad that her friend died, because now she's worried she's left with a bunch of idiots, but that's fine. That's where we're at right now, right?
Okay.
Not entirely untrue.
Yes.
Not entirely.
As for myself,
Not wrong.
I am Agent Gumble. That is all. I have been told that I must now say some words because we are sponsored by Fantasy Browns. Whatever the fuck that is. I hear that you can play games. There are no games here today, my friends. Only life and death. Also, Wayland Games. For more games, presumably, you can go to their site. You can also follow stream of what's the sea. You can also retweet this tweet, and things will happen. And you can donate to the America Fund below. That is all. I will hand over to Grimejack, 21502 for the ETA on the LZ of what happened last week.
Thank you, Agent Gumble. I appreciate everything about you. As we dive back into Atomic Cthulhu, as we dive back into what exactly has gone on here at Atomic Cthulhu. Right now, the group is in Northern California, just a few miles south of San Francisco, at a little town called Colma. They were brought in to help with some strange and bizarre violent disturbances, but as they arrived into town, the very first thing they had to deal with was an explosion. An explosion from a suicide bomber by the name of Benny Black, who robbed the group of one of their, just all the cards on the table, their leader. And as Agent Gumble was removed and taken to the hospital, the rest of the group proceeded to begin the investigation by helping Police Chief Wolf. And as you all were going around and just helping with feet on the ground, getting these boots out there and helping with the general, taking care of these disturbances that were happening with the general population, after a particular investigation, we began last week's episode, or our last session, with a car crash. The car crash consumed the life of Trixie Biscuits, a local waitress, as she died as a result of both the crash and the subsequent explosion of the group's Cadillac. Now, despite a heroic attempt by Ruben to save her, she nevertheless succumbed to her injuries. Also injured in the explosion and the fights preceding it, Ruby and Jane were taken by ambulance to the local hospital where they met the recuperating Agent Gumble. Injured in a previous explosion at the Chew and Chat at the local diner, Gumble then rallied, but the hospital itself quickly fell into darkness as an apparent attack or disturbance was occurring back towards the emergency room entrance. Moments later, a metallic clink could be heard, followed by the arrival of not one, but two red-eyed beings, causing a hasty retreat into their hospital room. Before any further action could be taken, though, the televisions in the hospital room suddenly roared to life, and with their transmission came a mental assault most foul, taking both Gumble and Jane into its sanity-shattering web. Meanwhile, Lenny and Joey were dispatched by the chief to the home of Ellard Lamsley, a World War II bazooka vet. Reports of a hammer-wielding psychopath had reached the chief's ears, but with the entire city imploding around him, he had no men to spare, and thus begged the agents of Boo for assistance. Taking Lenny's slowly evolving road chief motorcycle, the pair arrived at the Lamsley residence only to find it and half the neighborhood seemingly evacuated. Upon investigation, they learned the grim truth to the silence, as apparently Ellard Lamsley had gone on a bit of a murder spree, a spree he hoped to continue as he attacked Lenny and Joey. After nearly killing Lenny with a thrown hammer to the head, Lenny was able to dispatch the man and then rush his friend to the hospital. Unfortunately, the scene outside the hospital, and the city at large for that matter, had devolved into a war zone. Bodies were scattered around the emergency room entrance, and while trying to secure first aid supplies for Joey, Lenny was attacked by the corpse of Trixie Biscuits, whom he evaded and left locked in the ambulance. Now, at the rear of the hospital, Jane Gumble Ruby escaped from a window, but Jane seemed to deliberately lag behind, as Gumble's canine companion, Pabst, led the crew toward a commandeered Chevy hot rod dubbed the Freedom Mobile. Lenny and Joey arrived on the road chief. As one, the team witnessed Jane turn over all of her belongings and retrace her steps toward the advancing robots in a suicidal act, both brave and mad. And that, my friends, brings us to right now in Atomic Cthulhu. So, you are all standing outside the hospital. You have two of these metallic creatures stumbling towards you. One of them is severely wounded by multiple gunshots. It is still advancing. Each gunshot has revealed more and more metallic endoskeleton beneath the flesh and the cloth and the clothing that it is wearing. They have entered through the broken window in which you exited. And Lenny and Joey, as you guys kind of pull up and slide in the grass and on the parking lot outside the hospital, you witness Jane as she turns around and begins to advance completely unarmed, right? Kiana, you are just simply walking towards them.
And Jane is walking with absolute determination. Like,
what is she doing?
I don't know. Walsh. What's going on? Walsh, do you copy?
if she heard you, if she heard you, she's not responding.
How far away from me is she, guys?
She is. The creatures are about 30 to 40 feet away from the Freedom Mobile. Everybody else has made it to the car. To get to Jane, you would have to close 20 feet to her, half the distance, but she is also walking. So depending upon how quickly you move, they could get there before you.
I'll run to...
I also believe that Joey and Gumbel are inside the car.
Oh, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Did I make it to the car last time, or am I still in transit?
I think you were between them. You were holding on to Jane.
You were. Yeah, she was in transit because she was. Jane had given Ruby all of her stuff.
Yeah, all her stuff.
Yeah, and Lenny threw Gumbel a rifle and told him to let the kid drive. So I believe Joey is in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And Lenny's next to he's on the motorcycle next to the truck, next to the car, while everyone's trying to look at Jane, and he kind of looks over to Gumbel and he says, "Look, I don't want to alarm you, but we just killed a hammer-wielding hammer murderer, and the fact that I just pushed Trisky Biscuit's corpse that came to attack me back into a ambulance might also whatever the hell that is."
Not too alarming, but mildly alarming in some ways. Okay, Walsh seems to be walking into the robots and the communists, so...
I'm going to take a shot at one of the creatures if we can get a shot on it.
Walsh, get out of there!
Okay, this will be your action, and there is one of them that is sparking, that is throwing off energy, that appears to have taken the brunt of multiple shots from Gumbel. I'm assuming you're going to focus fire on that one.
Yeah.
It's a... Oh, actually, I have to check if that's a hit. I'm pretty sure it's a miss on the first shot, and the second shot is a 39, which is a hit. The rifle did 2d6?
The rifle does 2d6, yes.
2d6.
I can't see the rolls either.
Snake Eyes. Sorry, that is because I was doing this wrong, but it is Snake Eyes. I do 2 points of damage to the creature.
Okay, so as you hit it, you kind of take it at the lower leg, in the lower third of its right leg, and it blasts off a piece of its foot. And as it kind of goes down on one knee, it's slow to get up. That one has kind of fallen back by about 5 feet. So you have staggered them a bit. It's looking really, really rough, but it's still advancing. That's Gumbel's action.
Hey, Greg, real quick question. When does damage bonus come into play? Every time you do something?
Yep.
Every time you attack? Dope. Haven't been rolling that.
Yep.
Good stuff.
With
cool.
With melee. Anything with melee.
Okay, with melee. Okay. Cool. Okay. That works. I think Lenny's mounted on the bike, and he pulls up the other rifle and fires at the same one Gumbel attempted to fire at.
Okay, go right ahead.
Here. Slash die 100. That is a success.
Okay, roll damage for me, sir.
That's 2d6, right?
Yes, sir.
4 damage.
Okay, so as Gumbel's shot takes it in the lower third of the leg, just as it kneels down, a shot that was going to be center mass on it ends up just taking its head completely off of its body. And as this thing rolls, it sounds like a bucket going down across the parking lot. There's gung, 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 and there's sparks coming out of it as it stands up, takes 2 steps, and then falls to the ground as Lenny has removed one of these from the equation.
Good shot, Sparks. Can someone grab Walsh? Kind of busy.
I think Ruby's
you
like
want
looking
to
it towards the
drive?
car.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay,
like car, bike, Ruby, Jane, and monsters.
Yeah, Ruby, you're the closest person to Jane.
I guess you could try to convince her. Like, I think, like, the interaction we had, Ruby's pretty sure that, like, Jane can't be convinced, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I can try.
And
I
also,
can roll.
Ruby did see
roll.
did see the weird red eye
Ruby saw all the
situation going
weird
on there
shit.
too.
I think Ruby's just gonna give up and run to the car. She's gonna be like, nope, she's gone, we gotta go. Yeah, she's running to
Okay,
the
so-
car. I don't think she's getting
She's
Jane.
gone.
Ruby runs and jumps in the car. Joey, you have an action here if you elect to do something.
Yep. Joey looks at his character sheet, which he closed out of, but then has it on a separate window.
My
Go
entire
on.
life.
Go on.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what?
What can I physically achieve as a human? So I have no fucking
As a regular person.
I've never done this before. How do I be
Who am I?
a who man? Is there like a social score?
a charm,
Yes.
persuade.
Charm,
Yeah,
persuade.
you can charm, fast talk, or persuade. I will take any of those.
Well,
Or you can tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what to do.
Because I don't know if I want to if I want to go pick her up or not. I mean, I just heard from Ruby, she's gone. We better go. No, she's not gone. To Joey, she's literally still right there, which means that Ruby sees her as just dead weight right now. Which is
Let me
quite
wait,
a
let me
thing.
try to help you out, Myth. Let me try to help you out a second, Myth. Lenny, you said you swung off the road chief to fire your rifle, correct?
It's just this conflict. Do I drive to pick her up, or do I
Muted, Mike.
literally agree
Damn
with
it.
them and drive off?
Yeah, no, he's on the road chief, and he just pulled the rifle up and fire, so he's still mounted on the bike.
Okay, so with the road chief still beneath him, Joey, you have the option of you can get to her before she gets to them, but you can talk to her, you can do whatever you'd like, but you are in a position where you can clear the distance. You're now the closest human being to her that Ruby has departed. If that makes sense. No,
Ruby's in the car.
never mind.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Wait, are you in the
Ruby's
car?
in the car. I'm in
So
drive.
you're on the
He's on the
driving.
bike.
You're on the bike.
You-
No,
Whoever's in the-
Joey's in the driver's seat of the,
Who's
of the
on
car.
third?
I'm sorry.
Car.
I'm sorry. That's my bad. I forgot that. For some reason I thought Gumbel was driving. Yeah. So Joey,
No,
you're in the
Gumbel's
car,
on the
but you
passenger side.
you could conceivably move the car into position. You could use it to get closer. You could.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
get the hell out of
do
there.
I pick up our team, or do I drive off? And that's what I'm. Because I just heard from Ruby that she's gone. Let's get out of here. And I'm like, I could easily pick her up in the car.
So Ruby's
I mean,
in the car with
alternatively,
you while you're
there's-
doing this, right?
Ruby is in the car.
Right, yeah.
She's
You are.
So she's
there's
gonna
only
hold
one-
up the wedding ring and she's gonna say, "She gave me her wedding ring. Something is wrong. She is going to die. We cannot save her. We have to
Yeah,
go.
that is a good point. Okay. Yeah, I kind of without
He's married.
kind of I guess just like
Hell.
he like kind of like definitely
Why'd you
visually
get that
just
one,
like this is just really hard for him to do, but he just kind of like swallows. I guess he just swallows a sigh and then just floors it out of there.
Let's get. Wait, we got is
Also-
Gumball in the car? We gotta get
Yeah,
Gumball
yeah,
and then
he's
we
in
go.
the car,
Okay.
I'm in the car. I'm
Gumball's
shooting
in-
from the
Gumball's-
driver's.
You're in the car? Okay.
Yeah, he's in.
Everyone's in the
he's
car
ducking.
except from Jane right now, I think. Yeah.
We have
Also,
to get out.
whoever
Everybody
is
has a
in the
vehicle.
whoever's in the safest position gets a wild magic surge. Greg, who would you say is in the safest position? Muted.
Ruby. Muted.
I would say that the I would say that the safest position belongs to Lenny, who is the farthest away. Everybody else is in the
Lenny,
car.
what?
He's on the bike.
And roll one
All right. Numbers. How do those
Time
work?
that a bike is safer than a motorcycle, or a motorcycle is safer than a car.
Forward
Flash
slash
spell.
die. Seven 7 for Lenny. Your weapon is as pliant as soft clay for 1d4 rounds. We're gonna reenact that scene from Ghost.
Okay, so as your rifle becomes flaccid in your hands, the rifle that you just shot at this creature, the second creature turns, and as it sees you in the position that you're in, it raises one of its hands, and there is a wave that comes out of it. And as it touches the metal of your rifle, your metal just bleeds out of your hands to the point where you drop it. It just bends like a wet noodle.
Son of a bitch, Greg. Dope. Awesome. That's what I wanted to happen right now. Okay, cool. There's one more of these things, right?
Yep, but you all have gone. And so
Oh,
now
shit, I just beamed a noodle.
you shot.
Mm.
You shot one.
That's true.
Shut
Oh,
up.
I think maybe we left. I was like, no, we didn't. I'm right here.
What, Joey, the wheels are currently spinning on the Freedom Mobile as Joey has dropped pedal to said
Flooded.
metal. Yes, but you guys need to be able to see what's going to happen as Jane reaches the second of the red-eyed glowing robots. And as it approaches, it lifts its hand up, cocks it back, and Jane, somewhere in your mind, somewhere in the cloud that is currently directing your thoughts and casting your emotions, you hear it sounds like a piston. You know, these sounds of science, these experiments done in high school and early college, all of these simple machines.
Science.
Right. And you know, it almost sounds like a bike pump as it comes back and it gets ready to throw its fist from the trajectory through your face until it sees your eye. And then it cocks its head and proceeds past you as it begins to run towards the car.
Okay. Jane doesn't want her friends to die. She's going to try to stop this guy.
Okay.
Atomic tackle.
You have all of your actions. You've done nothing but move. So what would you like to do?
Oh, damn it. Okay. I want to grab and try to halt it from moving forward. This is fine.
Roll a strength check plus 40%, please.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry,
Uh,
minus 40%, as this
I was
is
gonna
going
say,
to take it
Jane
off
got
of you.
jacked up.
Yeah.
Well, that is a hard success at least. I need to find her sheet because I wasn't expecting to.
Right. Well, you rolled a 9 out of 100, correct?
Yeah.
So with
not
a
the strongest,
40%
but-
with a 40% benefit, you all, as Joey hits the gas and the rubber burns and creates the smoke that pours out of the rear wheels, as Joey begins to move the Freedom Mobile away, anybody that's looking will see Jane pick this creature up by the back of the head, not by the back of the neck, not by the shoulder, but by the back of the head, as she grabs it with one hand and presses it over top of her head. And for a moment, you see her arm kind of where the cloth is, it breaks away, as beneath it, the flesh that once housed a much smaller frame has given away to an actual gear that seems to have appeared at her elbow joint as she lifts it above her head.
Whoa.
What would you like to do?
Okay, yeah.
Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
She's got this.
Holy shit.
So you're one-handed pressing one of the robots. Keanu, what would Jane like to do?
Oh, shit.
Shit, indeed.
I'm gonna try to.
Transformers.
How close am I to the
Scientific
building with this thing?
You're about 20 feet away from the wall with the broken window that you guys climbed out of.
Okay,
The
never
Freedom
mind.
Mobile is now pulling away.
I'm just gonna smash this guy to the ground.
Okay.
Smash him.
You drive him into the ground, and I'd like you to roll 2d6, and this is going to be 2d6 plus 6. So as you take this creature and drive it, now it's going hits over ass as you put its head into the ground. And as you smash it into the pavement, it actually dips beneath the blacktop surface by about 5 to 6 inches before you stop your own piston drive. And as you leave it there and remove your hand, the creature cannot pull itself out, as it's almost like an ostrich trying to remove itself from this partial tomb that you have given it. Lenny, you are the last one there upon the road chief, as Jane is standing over this now partially entombed robot.
So I was just donated a crit that I plan to use right now. The one that I shot the head off of, does it look like it's, I mean, apart from the severed head, does it look like it's still in pretty decent condition?
It was shot to shit by Gumble, but I mean, it's still like intact. It's not, other than the head, it's still okay.
Yeah. Cool. So if everyone's pulling away, I want to like rev the engine of the Road Warrior, and then I want to swing the bike around and attempt to pick that thing up and throw it across the back of this bike. I'm taking me home a robot.
Why not?
Okay. So as you drive by Jane to pick up the robot,
she's fine. She just smashed that robot in the head into the ground. She's got this. Whatever she plans on doing, she's got it.
So you want to do kind of like an easy rider scoop where you're going to drive, still moving, and try to pick this thing up.
Scoop this thing up and like tuck it behind me.
Roll a strength check for me.
I'm going to use my nat 20.
Okay, so as you go down to pick it up, you realize this thing probably weighs a good 400 pounds. And so right before it would tear your arm out of your socket, you're able to stop and then get it on the bike. That is the only way you're going to be able to sling this up, because
Perfect.
The nat 20 doesn't give you a 30 strength. So
30 strength, that's fine. Yeah. No, so that's my goal, is to get this thing up on the bike while Jane is doing whatever the hell she's doing at the other one.
Okay, so as you're setting this up, Jane's like 10 feet away from you. Jane, you can turn and see Lenny.
I'm honestly at a loss because the only plan Jane had was to die. And that's not working out.
Yeah, he just looks to her and goes, as he gets back on the bike.
Hoorah, Walsh, hoorah. Bravo.
Great job. I'll swing back around. You're good?
Yeah, Sparks, get over here. We have to evac ASAP. It's hands.
And as soon as he hears that yelling out of the window, he like and takes the bike back over there.
Jane, roll a listen check for me, please, as this thumbs up and stuff is going on.
That's definitely a success. Yeah.
Okay.
Success.
You hear a sequence of, they're not necessarily like binary, but like digital kind of beeps that are coming from the creature at your feet that's trying to extricate himself. And you don't know how you know this, but it's a countdown and it's at 9, 8, 7. So, Lenny, what are you doing?
I'm on the bike and I'm moving away from Jane. As soon as Gumbel said
Lenny,
let's go, he started going.
Lenny, I'm going to need you to make a drive roll to see how quickly away you can get from all of this. And I'm going to give you a nat 1 because I'm going to be a big dick about this.
Okay, cool. So I get a 1. Or I get a 100 rather.
Yep, so as you're driving away, the robot on the back begins to slip, and you can either reach back and grab it to steady it, or continue to move. What would you like to do? And at this point, Jane, you can do whatever you'd like.
Knowing that if she lets go and this thing will just try to go past her to her friends, she's going to keep holding it down.
Okay.
As it counts down.
Damn it, Greg. I don't know if I'm crazy enough to let go of the bike. I think I'm crazy. I think I'm too bike crazy that I have to let go of this thing. Damn it.
Okay.
Okay. So I like reach back, but it's too late. It begins to slip off the bike.
As it
Sparks,
slips
get out of
off,
there.
as it slips off, and as Gumbel and whoever else is looking away in the peeling off Freedom Mobile, everybody that casts their eyes back, they see Lenny driving. They see behind Lenny by about 30 or 40 feet. They see Jane as she has the head of this thing driven into the ground, is continuing to fight. And when Jane looks up, her eye flares red. And a second later, you all see a brilliant white flash. I would like everybody to roll a dex check, and I would like Joey and I would like Lenny to roll a drive check, as the wheels and the handlebars, respectively, are no longer where they used to be.
Perfect.
Man, can I roll dex instead?
Success from Gumbel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a
I
dex
would've
from you,
rolled
Lenny,
it.
if you want.
Jesus.
Let's hope
Okay.
you can ride
I'll
your
take-
bike with
I'll take a
no
dex, Mike.
handlebars. No handlebars.
I wasn't ready.
So let me know if you
that's
fail
success.
or... Okay.
The success on dex.
I did that wrong. That's a 15. That's a success.
Okay. So, anybody fail between Ruben and Gumbel?
Fucking crazy.
Oh,
So dexterous.
Gumbel got it.
Ruby's been in a car crash
Success
before.
from
She's
Gumbel,
ready
sorry.
this time.
all right. So you all are able to kind of keep your footing or keep your seats or keep your position as this brilliant light goes off behind you, and it's followed by a pulse, a shockwave. And Lenny, you get a fair bit of this as the bike skips, but you're able to kind of compensate by moving your weight a bit, and you're able to keep the road chief upright as it sort of pushes you along with this you ride this blast wave a bit, and you land it, and you're able to turn, and you're now neck and neck with the Freedom Mobile as you guys are peeling away from the hospital. Upon looking back, a good third of the hospital is blown away, and it reveals the floors 1 through 4 as you see beds and electricity and televisions kind of dropping out of what is now a vacated, exploded area.
Perfect.
What would you like to do, kids?
Damn.
Just how I planned.
Can we get out
Panic.
of here now, please?
Fucking go. But
Yeah, I guess if Lenny's already moving, I guess he takes the lead on the bike, and I'm going towards the police station.
Now, as you all have just witnessed a tactical nuke that used to be your friend Jane go off, I would like you all to roll sanity checks for me, please.
Yeah.
And let me know if you fail.
I mean, if I'm driving, do I know it was Jane?
Yes, you know she's dead. And that's
Well, I
all
know
it
that she'd be
says.
dead. I guess
Damn
yes.
it.
But if she was the nuke, I feel part of me,
Success for Agent Gumble.
Success for Lenny as well.
I never liked it that much
Really
anyway.
failed.
Oh God.
4 sanity loss for Ruben.
My sanity says 25. Yep,
That can't be right.
looks right.
I'm gonna say that 78 is. I'm gonna say that 78 is likely a failure for you, even though you just started,
Right.
because it's usually not that high. So whatever it is, it's now -8 of that. So
Okay.
with an 8 sanity point
So-
reduction,
so
that is also
17. Got it.
that's also a temporary insanity. And Joey, the only
And
thing
you're
that you can
driving.
think to do right, yep, the only thing that you can think to do right now is you got to stop and get your head together. So you slam on the brakes. I would like Ruby and Gumble to roll additional dex checks as the vehicle stops.
Fuck.
That's a fail.
It's a fail.
Okay. Gumble,
Everybody died.
Gumble, you fly forward and are now in the front seat with the other two, causing you 2 points of damage as you smash against the glass and kind of slide down. Now riding between the two of them. Ruby, you succeeded, so
I
you're able to
failed.
kind of. Okay, Ruby, you're in the front seat. And
Wild
you
Magic
bust
Surge
out.
for Myth as well, by the way.
Okay, Myth gets
I
a
what?
wild magic surge.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah. And Ruby, as Gumble slams against Myth, like the back of Joey, and kind of crashes into the dashboard, now in the front seat, you trade places with him or you vacate your spot as you burst out through the passenger side window, slide against the hood, and smash against the ground for 3 points of damage as you are now on the road, being ejected from the vehicle.
I don't know how much health I have.
You can find your character
I had you
on the
down at
website.
I had you down at 6 last time.
Okay, so I'm at 3 now then. Okay, thanks. Because I was like, it doesn't. I was like, I know I'm not at full health. All right, I'm not doing well. Some old wounds have opened back up.
I'll look up Lenny's, not Lowen's, Joey's Wild Magic Search here. When Joey next teleports, he arrives fully healed. Pretty useful. If you can find a way to teleport,
With
which may be the
25.
problem.
25
Okay,
health.
so this is how we're gonna play that. As the the brakes hit, and as Gumble goes from the back seat to the front seat, Joey, with the explosion, with everything that's gone on, Joey loses control of his own ability to hang into the car, and while he doesn't burst through the windshield, he does slam against the side door, rolls out into the ground, appearing now in the drainage ditch along the side of the road. But when he pops up, he's fully healed.
You just need to pull over and get my head together.
You get your head together.
That's it. Just really slammed into the drainage ditch.
The prior concussion that you had your head clears. It's almost like, she got kicked by a donkey, eyes went crossed. Kicked again, went back to normal. You're okay now, It's that National Lampoon's Vacation sort of medical observation.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Yeah.
National Lampoon's nuclear apocalypse.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
Correct.
For a reason.
Right.
who hasn't seen that?
Right.
I know.
Right. I mean, it's
We watch it
a
every
big
Easter.
hit in '83. Right.
Yeah.
Full Clark.
It's
Yeah,
John
it was cool.
Candy and.
Yeah.
So as all of this kind of happens, Lenny, you're able to move up on the scene of what is now a pretty violent stoppage of the Freedom Mobile as Pabst kind of runs up and starts sniffing around the fallen forms of Joey and Ruben, and then jumps into the car to make sure that Gumbel is okay, having not been incorporated into the vehicle. But
I'm okay.
Somehow surviving a nuclear blast.
yep.
It's not my first nuke, Peps. Don't worry. Certainly won't be my last. So, is everyone okay? What's the sit rep?
As you ask what the sit, just so you know, mechanically, guys, with the death of your first person, your first investigator, you have lost 60 seconds on the Doomsday clock, which puts you at 1 minute till midnight.
It's okay, I don't
Yeah.
watch the
Perfect.
time.
Feels about 1 minute to midnight.
Or the
I'm just had a
news.
robot, Greg. Lenny goes to the ditch to grab Joey because he watched that kid take a hammer to the face, not but like an hour ago. And going through a window is never good. Yeah. And it's like as you're like picking yourself up, looking just completely fine, he looks over to you and goes, "Kid, that's the second
my
car
hair
you
was a mess
crashed."
before, but I flew out of the windshield and I stand back up and I like flick my hair and it just lands perfectly where it should be.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, what's up?
He looks to you and says, "You said you were good at driving. You're making me look bad. That's the second car you've crashed in 2 days. You gotta stop. You gotta just drive
What are you
it."
talking about? I said I had to pull over. I said I had to. I needed to take a minute. I took a minute.
Did you pull over and then jump
You
out of the
like my
window?
Yeah.
I'm on my own
You
bike.
like
I'm
it?
fine.
You didn't like what I did?
Just
though?
get back
Was it
in the
cool?
car. Just get it. Just
Did
get
it
it.
look cool?
We gotta go.
Right. Okay.
It
Yeah,
looked
you're right.
cool.
You're right. You're right.
Ruby's
Hey, where's
kinda like,
Jane?
She's in the hospital.
There's no need
There.
to mollycoddle, Joey. She's gone. She's dead. She went up in that nuke like a brisket in a barbecue. Slowly.
mollycoddle.
but
I never
probably
heard that one
deliciously.
before.
Molly
It's a
Connell
girl
and
named
brisket
Molly.
and barbecue.
I used to know a girl named Molly.
Mm-hmm.
She used to coddle a lot of things, but not anymore. Backfired.
Okay.
Walsh is gone.
Well,
Burn agent down.
all right. I
Lost a
understand.
good
I understand.
American today.
I'll point towards the ring that Ruby has. Says,
I never knew Welch was married. Looks like Marty turned that round pretty fast.
No, Gumbel, she won't marry to
Just a
Marty.
shame I wasn't at the ceremony. I love weddings.
No, you were not at this ceremony. No, you were not. Can you drive,
No.
please? I don't want to die.
Gonna have to give Lenny a pat on the back for that one. Poor guy. Newlyweds.
What?
Sex.
No, she was not
Honeymoons.
married. She was not
Cool.
married to Lenny.
Not in front of the kid.
We should probably get back. He just
No,
saw
keep
her
talking.
get
I'm not like that much of a kid. I'm an adult, like you. Fellow
Legally,
adults.
yes, you are an
Can
adult.
talk about.
That's
sex
why
if
don't
you
you
want.
get in the back seat and go?
I would like that a lot, Joey. I would like that a lot.
If I sit in the back seat.
No, if we talked about sex sometime.
Why don't you do that when I'm not there? How about that? Well, Ruby's gonna get in the front seat and buckle the seatbelt, and she's gonna be like, "Will someone
I think it's-
drive? I have a
think it's
third
best to
concussion."
keep that door closed, Ruben, don't you? Never know what might tumble out of the closet.
You
know what I mean?
I would like to keep a lot of doors with you closed. So, speaking of closed
Let's get back to
doors,
HQ.
let's close the car doors and go.
We got a report in that Walsh is down and that there are some fucking robot communists on the run.
Police
Robocoms.
station? I'm sorry, this is the second time in today that I've
Robocom.
been thrown from a vehicle. Where are we going?
And that makes me the Robocop. Let's go back to HQ if we can. If not, the nearest police station will do.
I think.
Yeah, so when he
I don't
says,
know-
when
I
Gumble
don't know if
says
you want us
that,
to drive all the way back to NORAD, but
In this car.
I don't know where NORAD is. I make a note to not keep track of maps. Is it in
Colorado.
America? Yes.
Yes.
Therefore, we can't get there. We can talk about sex on the way. Let's go.
Lenny, can I ride with you?
Still mad about me trying to kill
shoot
you?
me in a non-necessary appendage.
hop on.
Ruby's
If you
gonna
see a
hop on
robot,
back
pick it
her-
up.
Okay, I can do that. Ruby's gonna put the ring in her purse, strap crossbody bag the purse, and get on the motorcycle behind Lenny.
I look at the bike.
God damn. I envy that bike.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of here. There's so
As
much
he, like,
paperwork I cannot
so
file
you
yet
and,
because it is the 50s.
You and Gumble, huh? Nice.
No, Jesus Christ. What's wrong?
So what's the
You know how to pick
plan
'em.
here, kids?
Police station?
Lenny's
Go
heading for the
somewhere.
police station.
the Popo station.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the
Not
Rosses
sure
are.
what I think Gumble and Joey are gonna have the birds and the bees talk for another hour and a half, and then we'll see them there.
Yes.
Don't ask. Do not ask.
Okay, everybody roll a spot hidden for me, please.
Oh, Lord. Fucking-
Oh my lord!
Can I just choose to not spot the landmine and just drive over it?
Just drive willingly.
Yes.
That's a fail. Not an 80 step.
Why do I select wacky
Did I
dice
roll?
every time?
No, just type in /die. I
You know
failed
what I did
There we
before?
go.
badly.
I succeeded. Hey.
Myth, just
We're
type in
not good.
/die D100.
Word. Word up. Where's my spot hidden? You said.
Yes, sir.
Let me look at my broken character sheet. I failed completely.
Did anyone succeed? Yes.
Not me.
Ruby with the head wound is able to
Ruby's
figure
got
out that-
blood in one eyeball, but her glasses somehow.
Massive trauma.
Actually, I don't think she wears glasses, but whatever.
you're riding on the back of the bike too, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Wind in your
You've decided, fuck it. I'm gonna ride on the bike. Another fall will likely kill me.
hair. Cars kill me. Cars are out to kill me as much as Lenny is. This is a 50-50 chance at this point.
I like your odds. As you're looking around, Jules, Ruby sees the following as she is gazing over the entirety of Colma, California is a war zone. You hear pops and explosions, and you see glows of fire in the distance. But the one kind of dominating feature that you see of the town is this ever-present bluish gray glow that's coming from all the houses. It's a glow that you associated before with the television sets that were on in the hospital, the one that you did not get affected by, but you felt that pull, that very bizarre kind of mental assault that seemed to change the way Jane was thinking and really didn't do much to Gumble, even though it screwed him up. As you guys are going down there, you notice that doors are open on houses, and anywhere where there's a window that is uncovered by blinds or shutters, you see this ever-present blue-gray glow, and it's everywhere.
Lanny.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right here.
I know. I don't know. It's loud. It's loud on the back. We can't go to the police station.
Why?
We've got to find a TV station, or we've got to find the main power grid. It's the TVs, Lenny. In like 20 or 30 years, if we all survive, there'll be a movie like this called Halloween 3, and no one will like it. But it's the TVs.
I will like that movie.
Oh, you mean like Dream Warriors? I remember that one.
We gotta find a TV station, and we gotta shut the signal off, or we need to shut the power off.
Do we have a layout of the town, Greg? We don't have a map, right?
Yes, you did. I will let you know that anywhere you need to know about, I can tell you, because you do have a map provided to you.
Okay, cool.
A TV station or a power main,
yeah.
like. The
town gets all of its power. The town gets all of its power from a substation between here and San Francisco, and there isn't a TV station in town. This is a very small town. Main Street's like it. So
the signal has to be coming from somewhere.
The town remain again?
Yes, it does. Colma, California.
Colma.
Is there anything that we have seen on the map, like a radio?
Thought we were in Richmond this whole time.
Back in the other car.
No, that was the last.
I completely forgot about that.
Here's the thing about
no,
sex, Joey.
Completely forgot about that location. And I've been talking about this.
Yeah, Greg, are there anything like that, like a water tower or a tall building or a radio station?
Well, because the head trauma Ruby is the only one to have succeeded on her spot hidden. As you all are driving towards the center of town where the police station is, you see two things. You see Main Street USA, and Ruby, you see at the top of one of the tallest buildings along Main Street, you see a large antenna structure being erected on the top of the station. And you see several silhouetted figures as they are kind of maneuvering this big, it's almost like an oil derrick, like a rig, oil rig type of like cross girdered antenna. And the other thing that you see is there is a Greyhound bus that is opening up, and there seems to be a bunch of people that just have no clue what's going on as they've just gotten here from points unknown. And Kiana, explain Iris to us. What does she look like?
In all the ways that Jane was frazzled looking, Iris is not. She has a very tightly pulled up bun, brown hair. She is German, or German descent at least. She has this overcoat on and long white gloves, which hide a bunch of things, because I remembered that at the beginning of this campaign, I was given 10 wild magic surges and had to split them among my characters. So we had 6 for Jane, and I just rolled a bunch for Iris. Excuse me. I don't have to roll another one. Thank you, whoever donated that wild magic surge earlier. But yeah, she is.
About you. Except for your name.
And she has a bag, and she stands with a lot of poise, just kind of surveying what's going on.
They gotta get out of Lenny, pull over. Lenny, pull over. Just gonna like smack him on the shoulder. Pull over.
I can hear you the first time. And he pulls over.
Love it.
I'm gonna push you off the bike if you do it again.
I'm gonna try to kill you a third time.
I'm gonna keep trying to kill you. Now it's for fun. The first time was an accident. The second time was imagined. The third time, that's on me.
And it'll happen successfully.
So yeah, he pulls over on the side of the Greyhound.
Where's the driver? Y'all gotta go. Ruby's just gonna get
Probably
like
in
in
the
the
city.
ground. And she's gonna go into the bus and be like, you need to get these people back on the bus, and they need to leave right now.
Scare him with your bloody eye!
Look at me. Look at this. This is the best possible outcome at this point in time for these people. They need to go.
The driver says, well, who the hell are you?
I'm with the FBI. My name is Ruben Martin.
Iris, you hear this.
Ruben, Brian.
Why not?
It's Iris. Yeah, Iris hears this and immediately just like strides up and says, "Dr. Martin, I assume."
Yes, that's me. Hi, who are you?
Dr. Iris Bauman, from the FBI as well, and she pulls out the badge.
Oh no.
Where are the
Iris?
rest of your...
Iris, you need to... Sir, you get these people back on the bus. I gotta talk to my friend here, my colleague. Iris, you come with me. You come, and she's gonna pull Iris like on the other side, like away from off the bus, like into a corner. I have.
Oh.
Iris
Okay,
out.
as you're...
Okay, that's
As
fun,
you're-
Greg.
Yeah. What's that? You put something else up here?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put it in a second, but the next person that touches me is invisible to me for 1d4 days.
Okay. Okay, so the hold on, it's not touch, but we'll figure this out in a second. As you guys get off the bus, you see the Greyhound doors close, and as the bus driver follows and heeds the word of the FBI agent that has just told him to leave, he drives off down Main Street, and as he's driving off, you see people running out of alleyways with crowbars. People are throwing garbage cans that are lit with some type of burning refuse as they throw it against, and it just seems to be complete bedlam. The Greyhound bus makes it away. You see it drive, it does not get stopped, it does not get detained. But it just, these people kind of then recede back into the alleyways as you realize that this entire area is compromised. But you two are, for the moment, alone.
Iris, this is not ideal, and I would. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this very quick, and you're going to have to deal with it later because, as you can see, we might die in the next couple of minutes. I'm not doing so hot myself. And she's going to give her the ring, and she's going to say, Iris, I'm real sorry. We tried to stop her.
Iris takes the ring in her gloved hand and looks at it for a second. What happened to Janie?
Well, we're not entirely sure. There was something in her eye, and then she ground pounded a robot and blew up.
Iris doesn't have a lot of emotion on her face. In general, she's pretty straight-faced all the time, but there's a bit of a frown. Nods her head and
Roll
puts
a
the,
sanity.
Thank you.
Roll sanity for me, Iris.
I hope Iris has more sanity starting out than
She does!
Shane did.
That's a success. Hard success, actually.
You're
Well, it
good.
wasn't that, but yeah. Okay.
Iris, this is gonna sound real crazy, but your wife saw something on TV and she went right after that. Now, I think she died trying to save us from whatever is causing all this. But if we don't stop what's on those TVs, everybody is going to go just as crazy as what you just saw. It's a lot worse than that, and we need your help. Because you'll meet the idiots I'm rolling with in a second. You'll really understand why.
And at this point, she's kind of put the ring away, kind of straightens herself up again. She looks at you, Ruby, and she immediately kind of like grabs your face for a second and like tilts your head around, says, what voice trauma? Were you in an accident recently?
At least 2.
I would like to I would like to help her as a doctor of medicine, Greg.
Please,
Very quickly.
Jenna.
You may do so. You may roll a first aid check, which would give her 1 hit point. And if successful, you can roll a medicine check, which would give her 1d3 hit points.
Yep. That's a success.
Oh God,
That's 1 hit point back.
I've ever been successful.
And then you may roll a medicine right now to see if you can help her anymore.
That is also a success.
Then roll a 1d3. Three additional hit points. So for a total of 4 that has come back, you are now at 7 hit points as this newfound savior, Iris, has made you feel quite a bit better, Ruben.
Yeah, with a lot of obvious practice, she pulls out a whole bunch of, bandages, kind of just handling you as she has to do this, but
yeah. I like Jane a whole awful lot. I think I'm gonna like you too. Now let's go find the others and maybe stop the nonsense. All right,
they're all pulled up now. Yeah, Lenny's there, and then the Freedom Mobile would have pulled up as well, with a ruby-sized hole in the passenger side window.
I jump out of my shotgun and look to this new arrival.
Who we got here, Ruben?
Y'all, this is Iris. She works for Boo.
Oh.
Dr. Iris Batman.
Yes.
Rock and roll. Nice to meet you, Miss Iris. Why
I
are
have
you
heard
here?
of you.
I'm sure you have. I've got a reputation.
A reputation is one way to put it.
Right.
I have been sent here by Brew as well to do a follow-up alongside what we were doing.
What is that supposed to mean?
They thought it would be wise that a doctor would be on the scene.
They think that we can't do our jobs without a doctor. I've got medical training. I've seen a lot of people die, including one just earlier today.
She's a doctor.
Gumbo, shut
You're
up.
not a doctor. Wasn't Walsh a doctor? I don't know. Marty's a doctor, probably. They're all nerds. We don't need another nerd, ma'am. We need another soldier. Preferably another me. Seeing as that can't happen.
She pulls from her bag. She pulls out a gun and says, "Like this."
Iris, is that what you said your name was?
Dr. Bauman, but you may call me Iris. Yes.
Ivan. I like you a lot, Ivan.
Oh no,
Rock and roll.
Iris, I'm so
she said-
sorry.
she-
Once he gives you a
she
male
didn't-
name,
she
it's
didn't say
all
that.
over. This is Agent
Can I have my rifle
Gumbo.
back?
No.
This is
Yes,
Lenny. He's tried to kill me several times. This is Joey. He's like 12.
Hey, what's up?
Sometimes he
I'm
drives a
18.
car and nobody thinks that's a very good idea, but we keep letting him do it for some reason.
I'm a good driver.
Gang's
did.
all here.
Only when we're racing through
He's
things.
he's crashed twice.
He's crashed twice. Yes.
That is true.
And no one died.
And I
Oh,
went flying from the car twice, so that's that.
Also true.
Now you're
That is
here, and we
true.
might not die. So, Lenny, did you fill him in on what we need to do? You just been standing here.
No, I just been standing here. Your crackpot theory is a crackpot theory. There's no electric company here. There's no
Wait.
TV
There's
company.
no way drugs are involved in this. I haven't seen anyone
There's-
on crack or pot the whole time.
Yes, that's true. No,
I'm
Lenny,
real
look
good
up,
at smelling it.
and she's gonna point out the tower that's being built. You don't think that has something to do with it?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I stand corrected.
hmm That's what I thought. Let's go
That
get
looks
on
like
You win
an
this round.
evil
building.
tower. If you're asking me, we should probably
Would you
blow
like
it
to
up.
take- Yeah, it's real communist gumbo. I think we should.
That's right,
do
they're
it.
broadcasting communism over the radio waves into people's brains. That's how they do it.
I'm sure that's
Definitely
what's
what's
happening.
every day for us, Iris. I hope you get used to it real quick. All right. Is there like what building is it on that we could like go in and see if there's a staircase to the roof?
You're able to see that along Main Street here. You're kind of actually just maybe a block and a half away from it. It looks as if it's some type of like a mini department store like they had back in the day in small towns. It looks like it says Shepherd's on the outside. You can't see the rest of the name though.
Okay. Ruby's gonna go in the trunk of the Freedom Mobile and pull a tire iron out because I think she has a gun she took from Gumball, but she's better at fighting brawl. So, all right, let's go.
You want to get that looked at?
No, Iris took care of it.
All right. Okay. Still look
I'm
like you got a
assuming she
pretty
wiped
bleeding
the
head.
blood from my eye.
It would have been the
Still,
quickest, like, everything detailed down. Just
Okay, so the last time we got into a car accident, the kid. No, I guess it's because the hammer. Yeah, he's probably fine.
Yeah.
All right.
What hammer?
Anyway,
What are you talking about?
probably best you don't remember that one. I think.
Yeah.
I remember everything.
Yeah. Just do this real quick. You'll be fine.
Why? I don't want to touch. I don't want to mess up the hair.
You get a little
Why is
red on you. You get a little red on you right there. You're fine.
Little marinara.
Anyway, Gumble. Yeah, you're fine. You got it. Gumble, can I have my rifle back?
No,
You have a
Gumball,
shotgun.
Don't need a gun.
I might.
You literally
need it.
can't use both. I need it. My turn
literally
into spaghetti.
All right, fine.
Now I'm getting hungry.
We've just back. Takes his rifle back.
You
All
convinced
right,
me.
so I guess we. Thanks. I appreciate that. You can't fire spaghetti, turns out.
It takes a lot.
So are we just
to convince
storming
me.
this tower?
Yes, go fucking blow it up. I don't care. Right?
I don't know
Alright.
what
I
that
mean,
is.
as long as it's like
No,
not a
that's-
normal
Yeah.
radio station, in which case it's just wanton violence, but I'm also okay with that.
I feel like mentioning
Okay.
any sort of explosion or blowing up any buildings a little too soon. It would be the word.
Too soon for what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
To
Jane,
mention
I
it,
remember.
I feel like. Yeah.
I mean, she's dead. She won't care.
Yeah.
Iris is maintaining a straight face this entire time.
Oh,
All right,
so,
let's.
Iris,
It's not
there was this
entirely wrong.
woman that was with us. She was a real nerd. She died because of it, so don't be a nerd.
Gumball, she died trying to save our lives. Let's go in the department store and have this
See if
fight
they have a
later.
Bud Light line. Yeah.
I'm sure I know what that is. All right.
I'll show you.
This is like a general store, right? Right, Greg?
It's like a department store.
Yeah,
It's
somebody
like
said
a-
in chat that it's like a 5 and dime, which is, yeah, it's basically, and the closer you get, you see that if the antenna array that's being placed on the top of this building belongs to the storefront reads Shepherd's Quality Goods.
Okay.
Is it unlocked or is it locked?
Surprisingly, it seems open, as in for business.
Crit success to Iris. Thank you, everyone.
Let's go in.
After you.
Okay.
I step inside.
Okay, so who's going in first?
I think I am.
Okay, so Gumball, as you walk in, the first thing that you see in here is it is a stereotypical 1950s department store in that it has numerous things in a small space. You see that there is a lot of newfangled electronics. You see a washing machine, you see a refrigerator, you see various
Wow.
models of radios. And you also see that there are several TV sets in here. One of them that's on an elevated kind of display station or a stage it looks very similar to the wood casings of both the one that whenever anybody that came from the house prior, Gumble, you weren't with them, but during the investigation of the Benny Black house, it looks identical to the one that was in the garage. And anybody that was in the hospital, it looks like an identical model to the ones that were in the hospital, in that it's got like a wooden casing that the tubes and the actual screen are set into.
Ruby's gonna ask him, Gumble, can I get it? You got a handkerchief?
Yes, I
Can
do.
I borrow it? / have it maybe for a while. Thank you.
Fine.
Ruby's gonna like put the handkerchief sort of over her face so she doesn't get glass on her face, and she's just gonna walk up and take the crowbar and hit the TV.
Okay, yeah, there is somebody here, and as soon as you walk in, a gentleman behind the counter, an older gentleman, goes, "Can I help you?"
Oh, we're
What are
from
you
the
doing?
FBI.
What are you doing with that?
We need to
Okay.
confiscate
Sir.
your TVs. / get on
I
your
do
roof.
have some. I don't know what you're talking about, but do you have like a paper or a writ or
Flash my badge.
something that
This is all we need. America,
not to?
we're on their side.
This is America. You can't bust up my stuff just
That's
because you
not
have a
right.
badge.
I feel like she's
American,
frozen
this is me, sir.
mid-hit. Like, she hasn't quite hit it yet. She was like,
Despite
Sir,
what
what did you-
2018 will tell us, having a badge doesn't mean you can just beat the shit or break stuff. So back here in 1955, we
I'm
can.
ahead of my time in many ways.
Ooh.
So,
actually, in 1955, it was very similar to...
excuse me,
Yes, it
sir,
was.
but
So.
where did you buy or purchase this television?
Buy or purchase.
We make them here.
You make
and
them.
or purchase them here in wherever we are, Richmond.
Cool.
Colma, California.
Yes, I remember that we went here in California. Well, sir, do you employ any Russians to make these televisions?
I'm Polish.
Okay,
I'd look to the others.
case closed.
No, be nice.
You said you
Who's
make them
getting-
in-house?
That's a Russian television right there, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm very
It's made
concerned.
here in Colma, California. We're not in Russia.
They've infiltrated America, and they're making Russian televisions to broadcast them to Americans to turn them into
where's your
robocoms.
Where's your workshop?
How about? Well, it's right here, and you see him scribbling on an invoice. This is where we get them, and he's pointing at the invoice pad in front of him.
Where do
Yeah,
they come
Lenny's
from,
gonna reach
sir?
over and like grab the top sheet of paper off of the invoice and look at the
It says
address.
help. It says help me.
Oh. And he passes that to Ruby.
Oh,
Cool.
sir.
What's it say, guys? Gonna take a look.
Ruby's gonna pull, like, what every woman has in their purse, which is a trash sheet of paper that they've stuffed in there at some point in time. I'm sorry, sir. We were in a rush to do our jobs, and I forgot to hand you our search warrant. Look, here it is right here. Do you mind
It's not a search warrant.
shut
Not a
up,
legal warrant.
Gumble? I will hit you with this tire
Gumble,
iron.
they
I
get
don't
it
like
from a
that
place
one.
called Help.
Sometime.
They get it from a. Seems like the info is coming from a place called Helpame. It's I think it's Norwegian.
It looks like
sounds
I just
Russian
need to
to me.
sign this
That
search
sounds
warrant,
Russian.
and you have to sign it saying that you did indeed get searched. That's
Like
how
from the
things,
Kremlin.
bureaucracy. And Ruby's gonna write down like, where are they? And she's just gonna, here you go.
Everybody roll spot hiddens for me.
All right.
Thank you for the right, James. We appreciate it, my friends. Welcome in. Spot hidden for Gumball is not a success.
5. Eagle eyes.
How is
Free.
spot hidden not a success?
Damn.
Oh, it's an.
What did you get?
I succeed.
Okay, so what is the? Oh wow, Kiana had a 3.
I had a 5.
All right, so we'll go with
Yeah.
we'll go with Iris and
knows
Joey.
what's
Iris and as everybody else is kind of engaged in this pseudo conversation with the clerk behind the counter, this older gentleman. Joey and Iris, as you two are kind of standing back a bit and looking around, almost at the exact same time, you all notice that there's abnormalities in the walls. And by abnormalities, I mean you see something in there that shouldn't be there. At first, you thought it was maybe somebody had taken down a picture, and there was like an old nail or an old some type of like hanging kit that would have been there for certain platforms or shelving. But when you look at it more, you realize that there are tiny screens, about 2 inches by 2 inches, that are set into the walls, like little lenses.
How many of those are there?
Since you guys both rolled incredibly, you see 4 total.
Okay. Iris does that casual, I'm gonna look at the wares kind of thing. And
I was very concerned about
I
communism.
take out my switchblade comb and I start tapping the lenses.
It's definitely glass.
And try to. Okay. And it's inlaid in the wall.
Yeah, Joey, if you can make, even from this position, you can make a mechanical repair roll for me to see if you can ascertain exactly what this is. Right.
What does my sheet say? Yeah, I failed.
Okay. So your best guess when you're looking at this is it looks like some type of either monitor or a camera.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And Kiana, what was Iris doing?
Interesting.
she's kind of just going around and just like, you know, surveying as if she's looking at the stuff on the, like, the wares or whatever. But she's definitely kind of like pinpointing in her mind what each one is.
Is she looking for a blind spot, or is she looking for?
She's looking for a
like,
blind
is she
spot.
just? Okay, yeah, you can find one in the far, like the northeastern corner. You're able to see that if you've identified them all, which you think you have, if you stood there, if these are in fact cameras or monitors, you would be out of their geometry.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep. So she kind of figures that out and circles back to the group.
By this time, as this is all going on while the invoice and the the warrant and stuff was being presented by Ruby, the man will look down and say, "Oh, I just have to sign right here," and he
just right here, sir. There have been a lot of faulty televisions going out, and as long as you can affirm for us that yours are above board, I think we're gonna be okay. And we can get on out of here.
Does not seem
That-
above
that
board.
sounds-
It seems below every kind of board that I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of boards
What
in
will
my
I
time.
have to give you to get you to shut up?
I think, well, maybe we could discuss
You think
this
on that while
privately
this
then.
man sounds like, yeah, you just keep your mouth shut.
he signs his name
Very
and turns it
confused.
back over to Ruby.
So I'm assuming he didn't sign his. I'm assuming he read what she wrote on there. No, okay.
It says, instead of his autograph or his signature, it says, "The TikTok man is here."
Well, sir. Is this the extent of your operation, or you got anything in storage in the back?
You look over, he looks over your shoulder, and the front door slowly closes. as you hear it click shut, seemingly on its own.
Sir, I would advise you go sit in your office for a little while, maybe record this in the book so you have a copy of the paperwork. And Ruby's going to get a very tight grip on her crowbar, I don't know, and look at her colleagues like, what the fuck just happened?
That's probably when we like look back from the monitors and the screens and be like,
can she see that? I mean, I didn't fail my spot hidden, but it wasn't as good as theirs. Can she see what they're doing? Like, can she figure out what they...
She could see whenever Joey was kind of tapping it with his switchblade that now that it's pointed out to you, yeah, you can see that there's something, he's found something. You don't see the other ones, you see the one that Joey's found.
Lanny. Go see what Joey's got. The hell is that? You're muted.
seems like it's some sort of tiny TV.
Are you just bored? You can't just stab things. Huh?
I'm a little bored, yeah, but look at this. Look, I mean, it's got look at this. I was bored and I figured out this thing. Look at this. Have you seen this? What's this? It's like a small
Guys,
TV
what
on
the fuck is
a wall.
going on here? Why aren't we just breaking
It's
up
like a
the
small
shit?
TV. Greg, can I look at the small TV? Can I give you some kind of mechanical?
Sure can.
Yeah.
It's a 2-inch bulb TV, right? Not a flat screen fleshed into the wall. It's like it's got a little bit of a ball coming out of the wall.
Yeah, that's how you and Iris were able to notice it, is that it is a little bit convex as it kind of popped out a bit.
Yeah.
That's success.
That's
for me.
Yeah, you're pretty sure this is a camera. The smallest camera you've ever seen.
Mm. And there's
And it's Irish.
they're like, where are they in the store? Just like in the wall? It's not like 4 in a row. It's like 4 scattered throughout the store.
Yeah, well, you don't know exactly where Iris and Joey have seen them all, and
Right, but there's
from
not
their
4 here,
vantage
right?
point,
There's just 1 here.
there's just, it appears to be 1 in each wall. So
Okay.
1 in the north
Okay, cool.
wall, 1 in the west wall, 1 in the south wall, 1 in the east wall.
And as Iris kind of sees this, she's wandered over to the blind spot and just says, "It does seem we have some eyes upon us."
The man scribbles something onto his invoice pad and says, "Now, did you guys want to look at that TV set? I filled something out here for you."
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend of mine recently threw his window he threw his TV through the window. Weirdest thing. So I'm here to help replace that.
Why
You know.
is everyone talking so weird? I don't get it. It's like we all
Agent
know.
You know, it's a
Gumbel, why don't
modern
you come
age,
over
Gumbel.
here, look at soap. I think you
know,
need some new.
I'm
She's gonna
I'm
like,
clean.
yeah,
I'm
you are. I
smooth like
know.
a porpoise for you
It's a
every
good-
day, Ruben.
Time's a wasting. You know, tick tock. And he walks over to the other guy, to the storekeeper.
She's gonna
Agent
go over to
Gumbel.
Agent Gumbel and just like pull him
There's
over to
someone-
Iris and be,
Someone explain this to me.
Iris, you want to tell him what's going on?
Of course. Thank you. Agent Gumbel, seems to be some buying devices around. The best situation right now is to get the information we need from this man who seems threatened, and to not alert as to whoever is threatening him. Thus, we will stay here for now until we receive the information, and then you can do what you would like.
While this is going on, Lenny, you get to the counter to see the man, and
Stay frosty.
on the invoice pad it says, "He can hear you."
Yeah. I was gonna say
Why
that.
did no one say just
Yeah.
stay frosty? That would have been so much simpler than all of this. Just,
Yeah.
Yes, Gumbel,
Gumbel,
then
stay
stay
frosty.
frosty. And we'll
Yeah.
buy you frosty later.
Wait, am I staying frosty or am I being unfrozen? Because if you say
So,
frosty
Lenny-
twice, I'm unfrozen.
Lenny's not a spy, and he kind of takes the thing. He looks back. He leans back and says, "Oh, so you said the TV has great audio as well?" Huh. Okay, best around?
Russian
Okay, cool. No,
audio.
that's
Does it even speak in American? Jeez.
Surround. What's
Stay
that?
Frosty.
really good sound quality.
I'm so confused by the Frosty now. I don't know if I'm hot or cold.
Oh.
And he looks down. He says, "Now, you said this is where they're manufactured. Now, where do you
Everybody's
get
trying
the
to
parts
investigate.
from? Where do you get the parts from?"
Everybody's trying to investigate. And Gumble's there having like this existential meltdown. Or freeze up. Who knows?
Greg, are there stairs?
Horrible game of
leading
red
to
light,
another
green light.
floor?
There's a room behind. There's a door that off the front. Like there's behind the counter. There's a door that leads presumably into the depths of the building.
Okay.
Gumble definitely seems shaken though, so you might want to deal with that philosophically before you continue.
Yeah, Iris will just be like, I believe right now is the time to stay chill, as you may call it.
I don't call it that, but okay.
Yeah, like a tuba Bengay.
I'm sure you will know
Hoorah.
when we need you to be doing your thing.
Put the man in menthol.
Iris.
Yeah.
Iris, Ivan, sorry. Ivan, I've had this conversation with Ruben. I know the effect that I have on men. And I keep things strictly professional, especially while I'm on a case. When I'm back at NORAD, well, Ruben can tell you. But while we're on a case, stay frosty, Ivan. Don't get too hot.
I'm sure that I will have no problem being professional with you, Agent Gumble.
Hoorah.
So about the parts, though. Where do the parts come from? He points back at the notepad.
They come from out back.
Oh,
The
you mind if we can
Outback.
take a look out back at these parts? He has a problem with the Russian situation, so as long as they're
I have a
locally
big
sourced
problem
parts.
with that, actually, yeah.
Real big problem.
Do you mind leading us out there?
I can't let anybody out back.
Oh, the warrant wasn't enough.
I can't let anybody
This
out
guy,
back.
I'm gonna watch your Outback. If there's Russians in there, I'm gonna find them. I don't know what your
Okay.
name is, but I do know that you admitted on the record to being Polish. And as far as I'm concerned, that's enough for me to go search your workshop. So,
So I'm not sure that this is the right model for me. You mind if we just take a look around real quick? Is that cool?
Sure, you want to shop? You can shop, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Iris, have you made it obvious that is why you're standing in the corner?
She's very pressed up into the corner.
Okay.
Like,
So you're
very
obviously
much
like,
so.
yeah. So yeah, he kind of looks. He like he peruses the wares as he kind of walks towards that back corner where Iris is, seemingly getting the hint.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, he kind of like he'll like nod as he passes by the different people as he continues walking towards, hoping they pick up on the hint as well.
I mean, that corner's not going to hold all of us, right?
We all go to the corner.
I'll go to the corner.
You're not.
We're close together.
You guys would be definitely like a phone booth in there, but
Right.
Iris, you would think that you're probably going to be 90% covered if the 4 or 5 of you went over there and kind of scrunched up.
Yeah, my only thing is that it would get suspicious if all of us suddenly congregated in the blind spot.
Yeah. Can Ruby do a spot hidden now that she's kind of the pickup if there's like a second blind spot?
There's 3 other blinds.
Yeah, I'll let you do another one.
Yeah. I mean, there's corners.
It's too late to be suspicious. They
Oh,
heard you say
yes.
you have spy cameras.
Correct.
That's a success.
Yeah, you are able to think that probably each corner has its own bit of a blind spot, but this one right here at the front of the store probably offers a little bit more, and that Iris has picked correctly in that this one gives you the biggest window of being out of view. But there's definitely more blind spots just because of the way that these cameras would be placed. So the corners offer some cover, but this particular one offers more.
Ruby's gonna like nod at Lenny and be like, "Is this the model you're looking at? What about this one over here?" And she's gonna walk to another corner and stand in it, because one person in a small corner should probably be covered, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got your 6.
You think?
That makes sense. Yeah, he kind of like puts his hands up where because he's in the corner with Iris, and he does his best interpretation of "we have to go around." But again, he's no spy with hand signals. He was a grunt, so yeah, he like.
Iris pulls out her notebook and just like writes it all down, and it's kind of a very similar notebook to James as she flips up what she thinks Lenny's trying to say to.
And he whispers over to you.
They have audio. We have to go around. He can't let us in the back.
Yeah, so she notes it shorthand and flips it to show the others.
Well, this has been. Thank you. This has been a wonderful experience to learn about the beautiful appliances you have here. Thank you. I'll be back when I next paycheck, and I leave.
Yeah, thank you, sir. All your TVs look great. We can go. We can be going.
Yeah, this is
you guys
gonna
come back.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, now that I know all these new information about TVs, I'm going to go talk to my friend who lost his TV out the window, and I'm going to see what he thinks about this. Then we're all going to come back together, and we'll make a purchase. Is that you got that?
I want somebody in the group.
Suspicious?
I want somebody in the group to roll a persuasion, charm, or fast talk. One person to roll for the group.
Who's got the
Joey,
highest?
you got that one?
Also, a wild magic surge for Ruben from Charity TK. Thank you, buddy.
I don't have a bad persuade. Like
I
50%.
feel like I
Was
should do
it charm, fast talk, or what?
Persuade.
Persuasion, yeah.
Or persuasion. I could charm.
Yeah.
There you go, dude.
Easy go with
Ruben's
my charming.
lungs begin to function at half the normal efficiency. Ruben's lungs
Perfect.
begin to function at half normal efficiency.
10 out of 10.
Esma.
Okay, so Ruben, what
Okay.
that would mean for you is that any con roll you make going forward will be done at half. So if you have to run or do something like that, you know, you're experiencing some of the after effects of being in 2 car crashes and being thrown out a window. Go figure.
Watching an explosion.
Watching an explosion.
There might be a punctured lung in there somewhere.
And it just so happens that as Joey reaches the door and says goodbye, he'll be back at his payday, and as the charm goes through, the door does not open. And as that occurs, all of you, including the clerk, begin to experience what feels like electricity going all through your bodies, as it's if you are all have become part of a circuit. And I would like everyone to roll conveniently con rolls for me, please.
So
And we'll do these one at a time. So let's start with Joey. Joey, you roll a con roll as I roll a con roll.
Rolled a 2.
Well, that's me.
Nothing
That rolled the
nothing
2.
shocks me. No, that was me, you liar. Oh, that what?
That was
him. He
me
rolled a
that rolled.
Damn it.
Okay, so you guys see Joey as he reaches the door. Right, as you see Joey reach the door, he stops, and you see him tense for a second as the electricity begins to take his body. I now want you to roll a 1d20 for me, please, while I move on.
Hair. 12.
Okay, keep that 12
I
in
did roll
mind,
that.
Joey, as we go. Yes, you did. As we go over to Iris.
That's a nat 20, Greg.
Oh, so it's a crit, so I don't even have to roll this.
Yes.
Okay, so Iris, you feel the current go through
Forgot
you,
about that again.
and you're able to kind of lean up on one of the stands, thinking perhaps if you kind of get behind something and it seems to dissipate a bit when you do that, but you're able to kind of force it off, and while you feel like you're ready to black out, you don't. So let's go on to the next let's go to Ruby. Ruby?
I mean, I have a nat 20 I could use,
Would you like to
but
do
maybe
that?
Yes. I don't want to
Okay,
die this way.
Okay, so
She's
as
just gonna go, she suddenly has asthma.
Your whole body seizes, and it's very difficult for you to breathe, but somehow Ruby keeps her feet as this assault, this problem hits you. The clerk behind the counter drops to the ground, much like Joey did. Let's go over to Lenny. Lenny, what would you like to do?
Cry.
I'll allow it.
You got a
59.
59. I got a
Damn it,
52. You guys see Lenny drop to the ground as he...
Can I spend 7 luck to beat you?
I will allow it if you want to spend the luck to do so.
Yeah, I will do. I haven't spent luck before, I don't think. So I'll reduce by 7.
Okay, just remember that you spent 7 luck to do that. And finally, last but not least, Gumble. As Gumble is...
Not 20. Bitch.
I'm okie dokie. As the nat 20 goes off, Gumble's able to take the electrical current in stride. This man has been shot, shocked, blown up, irradiated. A little electricity doesn't seem to hurt him. I will tell you guys, Nat Gumble, right? I will tell you guys this, as you are standing there, you feel the continued presence of this pulse or this field. However, you do have Joey on the ground. Mechanically, this is how it works. If you all want to flee, I will allow it. If you want to stop and pick up Joey, well, something might happen.
Greg,
Up to you, kids.
fuck you. But seriously, Lenny is a mechanical engineer. Can I roll any number of engineering things to see if I can figure out where this current is coming from?
That would be your action as you stop to ascertain what's going on, and it would mean you would have to stay in the shop to do so. So if you'd like to do that, absolutely. You can roll a mechanical repair roll or an electrical repair if you happen to have that as well. Whatever's
I have
higher
mechanical
for you.
repair or engineering. The two I have.
That's perfectly
so I will
fine.
roll mechanical repair. I'm going to spend 3 luck to make that a success.
You're pretty sure that just from the sheer current that you're feeling and the direction and source and strength, it's coming from the back room.
Do I see a visible access point to the back room?
There is a door behind the counter.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to make his way towards that way if he can.
Sure, that's your action though, and you're still within the shop proper as we turn to Ruben, Gumble, and Iris to see what they would like to do, as Joey is night-night.
We can't leave him.
Lenny's going to get Joey. Does it look like?
No, Lenny's going he's moving towards the back room of the building.
Okay, I'll get him.
Don't worry, Vivre.
and I will jump and roll, jump, tuck, and roll, completely unnecessarily, over towards Joey.
Like
And I'm gonna
There's a
pick
bit of a
him up.
cartwheel in there, right?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna roll with Joey backwards, like I'm a droid digger.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So you're gonna roll to get him, and then you're gonna grab him, and you want to roll like what, outside? Is that what where's your
Yeah.
ultimate destinations? Okay.
To whatever the nearest blast shield doors. No, yeah, probably just outside. Back to work.
Right. So you're just okay. So as you roll up to him and grab him, that is your action in these couple seconds here. Ruby and Iris, what are you two doing?
I think Ruby's gonna follow Lenny, because if she can stop what's going on, she's gonna stop it. I think on her way, is there an aisle that has anything like flammable, like lighter fluid, or just
No,
any
this isn't like a
household
dry
products
goods
that
store. No, this is more of a like larger furniture type of things, furniture and electronics.
Okay, never mind. So no furniture polish?
It's like a Sears.
You can roll a luck roll for me.
Okay. Nope, no furniture
No.
polish.
Hell no.
Ruby was gonna try to light the whole place on fire and just burn it down. No, she's
I'd
gonna
love
follow
to see
Lenny.
you do that with shoe polish, but
It's
Hold on.
flammable. She's
Hold
got
on.
a lighter. She's got there's a lot of. This is the 50s, man. Fucking everything's gonna burn. This place is filled with flammable shit. Just by very nature of the decade it's in. But no, she's gonna get a grip on her crowbar and she's gonna follow Lenny. Which probably isn't the best idea, but yeah, she wants to kill whatever's making this happen.
okay, so you two are headed into the back. You remain inside the proper of this area. Iris, what would you like to do?
She's not much of a, like, going into the fray with Gumball, but she's also, like, worried about the kid. So, just what just happened here. Iris is going to, she's going to, get over to Gumball and Joey and try to help Joey up.
Okay, Joey's out, but you can help the tumbling Gumball, the tumble, if you will.
Do the
As-
tumble.
As you get over there, I will allow you to, I tell you what, you roll a luck roll for me, and if you succeed, you can get the door open and get them out. With your assistance, they'll be able to do that.
That is a success.
Okay, so you get over to the door, and as Gumball has just reached there tumbling, you open the front door, which kind of sticks for a moment, but you think that with this electrical disturbance, whatever was keeping the door closed or part of the current has relaxed a bit, and you're able to kind of shoulder and back your way through the doors, and you pull with you the unconscious Joey and Agent Gumball as they are pulled out of the building. However, we have two that are still in the building as we cut back to what would be the top of the round. Lenny, I'd like you to make a constitution check for me, please.
I can bet you would, Greg. That's not great, Greg.
That is Ruben,
I don't
as
have
you are
70
right.
luck.
Well,
Ruben, as you are there and you guys both reach, kind of jump over the back, and you see the crumpled form of the clerk behind the counter. Just as Lenny reaches the door and begins to push this kind of restaurant swinging door open, as he pushes it, you see him seize and he drops to the ground. I'd like you to roll a con check for me, please.
that's not a success. And I'm wheezing, so Wait. Can I spend 1 luck to make it?
Well, you had to roll at disadvantage anyway, so roll me one
Oh,
more
yes, I
and we'll
need to
see if
roll
that's
again.
the highest one.
Yeah, that's the wheezing sound of Ruben falling to the ground.
And Ruben is on the ground. We cut back
Ruben,
outside
no.
as you guys kind of turn, and as the door closes from the sidewalk to the inside, you see both Ruby and Lenny drop to the ground.
I throw down Joey. That's just me and Iris. How far away inside are they? Are they like right by the door, or are they like good way inside?
They are behind the counter, in through the front door, so it's about 15 feet, but then you'd have to jump over the counter to get to them.
What do you think, Ivan? Can we make it? I agree.
Iris.
And I run to the door and I start rolling like a droid to go once again, and then I roll up the counter, over it, and over the other side in one smooth motion.
As you are rolling, who is your ultimate destination, Ruben? Or are you rolling towards both of them, or just if you had to make a choice when you...
I'm coming for you, Ruben. I'm coming.
Roll a con.
God bless United States of America.
And I let me check my sheet. This is 73. I have a feeling it's not a success, but I will double check because it may be that I have a ridiculously high con. Wait, let me check this donation real quick here. Wild Magic Search for Lenny, Nat 1 for Gumball and Greg.
God damn.
Let me just check. 2 seconds.
So close.
My con is... Oh, I'm going to use free luck to succeed on that roll. Because my con is 70.
I will let you know this, though, but you are up against an opposed roll of 41 for me, so keep your luck.
Okay.
As you have to beat me on an opposition roll. So with that expert rolling up a rectangular surface, going vertical and then horizontal and then vertical again, as you slug monstrosity over this thing, just as you say, "I'm coming, Ruben," you drop on top of Ruben and no more. Iris, you see Gumball drop as well.
Cool. This is fine. Does there seem to be...
Quickly read out Mike's Wild Magic Search, which is Lenny's weapon is intensely coveted by demonic hordes.
Perfect. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Is it
And it's not your
malleable
weapon.
like clay?
No, I got
it's
a
his
new
bike.
weapon. Oh, even better.
No,
The
it's
bike
yeah. We'll make it the bike.
Even better.
makes sense because that thing is fueled off of blood. So
Yeah, it is fueled by blood.
human
So
blood
at
or
this
blood?
point, well, it's leaded, unleaded, 87.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 87, 93.
Unleaded.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unleaded, right. Okay, so at this point, Joey, you're starting to come around a bit. So Iris, you're still the only one that's like fully cognizant of what's going on. The rest of the party is out inside Shepherd's Quality Goods.
Cool. Great. Is there anything... Do I see any form of source of this electricity? Like...
No, I'll give you this though, because eventually you'd be able to figure out that the source of it seemed as if Lenny was running towards the back, Ruben was running towards the back. You know what Lenny's profession is. Just, you can come to the same conclusions the player would come to here, in that it's probably coming from the back.
Okay. I'm going to try to
We
get
shouldn't have
Joey up.
20s. You got 3 20s and 3 of us. You got me, Gumball, and Ruby.
No,
I think
Ruben.
you're overestimating how much Iris gives a fuck about all of you.
No, absolutely.
Goddamn communist.
You're right. I also don't care
she's
for
gonna go around the outside towards where she assumes this back room probably connects to.
Is she leaving, Joey? He's still
gonna check that
coming around, but
she'll just kind of like lean down, check his pulse, everything. Be like, whenever you're ready, I am headed around to the other side, and just go.
yeah, Joey, you would hear.
It's another day for Joey. Adults are talking.
Every adult sounds like the teacher from Peanuts.
Yeah,
It says to
wow.
Gumball, it sounds like someone on the comms who's like, finally it's working.
Are you there? This is Gumble. Come in.
Roger.
Because he is a droidica.
Roger.
Okay, so
Right.
Joey, you're starting to come to. Iris, you go around back and you see a loading dock that is going up, a well-used loading dock, a pickup truck, and the rear of, or what would be the service entrance for Shepherd's Quality Goods.
Alright, she's gonna stride up and in, into the building as much as she can, basically.
As soon as you get to the back door, it is firmly shut.
She's gonna pull out her gun and shoot the handle.
Okay, roll damage for me. Which
I
would be
don't-
a 1d8 for, yeah, it should be a 1d8 for your gun.
7 points.
You shoot it and it doesn't budge, as it seems to give a bit, but as you shot the handle, it seems as if that's not what's locking it. Let's get back out to the
Okay.
front to Joey. Joey, you're able to kind of pull yourself up onto your elbows as you are like looking around, and as you are kind of like looking between your boots and down the street, you see a figure creep out of one of the alleyways holding what looks like some type of pipe or wrench or some type of bludgeoning weapon. And this shadow begins to creep towards you. Yep, creep towards you along the sidewalk. When it passes by one of the still existent streetlights, as a lot of them have been smashed, you see a sweaty-toothed madman. Just somebody that has completely lost their shit. And
Sweaty dude. What does sweaty teeth look like?
you guys have never seen Dead Poets Society? A sweaty-toothed madman. So as it's coming towards you, you see this just absolutely devoid of human intelligence. There's an oxymoron anyway, but as it's coming towards you, you just see it,
Yeah.
and he's lifting up what looks like just a broken lead pipe.
Cool. I'm going to kick up into. Put one knee on the ground as I plant my foot and take out my switchblade comb, and I get ready to dance.
Okay, so as this crazy person sees you get up, they lunge, trying to make sure that they can take you out first. I'm going to allow you to attack, as even though you're just coming out of being zapped, your head has cleared since the concussion. So go ahead, Joey, and see what you got.
Perfect. I need to roll under a. Never read these things. 75. Mythed. I got a 75, but I got an 88.
Okay, I will tell you can spend 13 luck if you would like to make that hit.
Right. Yeah, let's do that. I also have a nat 20 because I forget about that all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some luck. To
Okay.
make that hit. 13, you said?
Yep, minus 13 luck for
Okay,
you,
numbers.
and then you can roll a 1d6. And I don't think he has a damage bonus, so just a 1d6, please.
Two.
Okay, so you're able to slash at him as he drops the pipe at you. That is going to hit. For 7, as it comes down and you feel your shoulder give as your collarbone breaks, as this pipe kind of bends into your shoulder, and you just feel your clavicles snap as he hits you square. And at sensing the damage he's just done to you, you can see that his eyes kind of lull a bit as he and he comes at you again, but you get an attack before, or you can run.
I'm going to attack again with a natural 20. Which is weird.
Okay,
I just
so
got my
roll-
shoulder broken, but
You flip the switchblade over to your other hand, and 1d6 times 2. So let's see what you get.
damn it. 4.
Okay, but cumulative hits here. As you hit him again, you're able to slash, and you take the left eye out of his head as he reaches up and grabs at the now destroyed orb. He is going to take one more swing at you, but he is going to be at a reduced ability to do so. Yeah, he misses anyway with that one. So you have the ability again to either attack or to run.
I'm going to spend another 20 and attack him again.
Okay, so roll 1d6 times 2 for me.
8.
Okay. You drive it into the hole you just created in his left eye as the blade digs deep, and the man goes completely slack as the pipe drops to the ground. We're going to say it hits you in the left clavicle, so you do not have use of your left arm. You could still drive. You can put the hand up, but switching gears is going to be difficult. What's your hit points? Thank God you got that heal, man. Because I think Joey's total's 10, isn't it?
13. So
13. Okay,
I've
so you have
got
6 hit points
left. Yeah, and I guess the wind escaped when he crushed my collarbone, and then I just kind of take a deep breath and then just slash back before the shock, or within the shock before the shock settles, I guess. And then after the guy falls, probably just start screaming in pain because I just got hit for half my health.
Roll a listen for me,
collarbone.
Iris.
And I'm 18. Perfect.
Ears are still ringing from the shot as you shot the door and nothing happened. Iris, what would you like to do now?
There's a truck here, right?
Yes.
And is there a clear way for the truck to get to the door, Greg?
Yeah, the truck can back up to a ramp that leads up and into the place. It's at a lower level. The street's at a lower level than the door that you're currently in. So you walk up a ramp to get to the door that you just shot. But yes,
Okay,
it's
I'm
got
climbing
access
into
to
that
the. Okay.
And I want
It's unlocked.
to go. I want to back that truck as hard as I can into the door, into that wall.
Okay. All right. So, luckily, as you look, you see that the truck itself has the keys in it. So
Cool.
you are able to start it up. Make a drive roll for me.
That's a nat 20,
you are
Greg.
back. Nat 20 sounds great to me. As you burst into the back of this building, the entire truck jacks as it hits the back, and the the door that you were shooting just barely opens. It kind of cracks and splits about 6 to 7 inches, and you realize that there was some type of metal beam that was holding the door in place. That has come out of the wall and out of the housings now, and as the truck itself, the bumper is crushed in on the bed, crushed in on the tailgate. About as much damage has been done to the truck as was done to the building, but you've cracked the shell, so to speak, and you can see inside the building.
Yeah, I pull the truck back forward as much so that I have space to go to the door again.
You can, let's roll a drive roll here to see if you can extricate the truck from the mangle of the building that it's become. Yeah, absolutely. You pull it off, but that's the final movement of that truck. As you drive, you realize that the back axle is either like dislocated or cracked, as it's just moving as you kind of crawl it out 5 to 10 feet. You run over and look in the building, and as this has been several minutes now between what's going on with Joey up front and you getting in the truck and backing in and that, as you look in the back, you now see that Gumble, Ruby, and Lenny are all placed in chairs. And there is what appears to be a coil of red wire around each of them from the tip of their toes all the way up to their throats. And it is wrapping them against these chairs. And in front of them is a bank of televisions. You see the wires creeping over Lenny's eyes, and they grab the lids and begin to open his eyes. Roll a sanity check for me.
Remember, did you use 1 crit there or 2? I ran away.
That is a
Dose.
success, but hard success.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't, you see this and somehow you're able to compartmentalize it, but you see that each of the wires are kind of branching into their own little filaments as they split from the main kind of insulated wire, and they're reaching down, and all these little tendrils of copper are grabbing each of the eyelids at different points of Ruby, of Lenny, and of Gumble, and they're slowly peeling back the eyelids, and you see that the lull and the whites of all of their eyes. But as they go and begin to pull the lower lids open, you see that the eyes begin to move as whatever force was keeping them unconscious has relented. And now they are awake, but completely immobile, as their eyes are open and their heads are fixed straight ahead. And it's at that moment that the TVs begin to glow. What would you like to do, Iris?
How many TVs are there?
Seems to be about 5.
Okay, and are they all? Let me guess. They're all 3 together, facing the same way.
They're all 3. It's almost like they're a firing squad, and the firing squad is the television sets.
Iris wants to shoot the TVs if she can.
Okay, Iris, as you kind of pull your gun out and you're aiming at the television sets, Joey, what would you like to do as you're able to kind of pull yourself up off the ground? Your screams of pain have gone unanswered, as the only thing that you've received for your explanation or exaltation of pain is Pabst has run up and begun to lick your hand, but that's about it.
Right. I guess I wince and shudder at the pain as I kind of make my way back towards the shop where everybody is. In a hurried walk, I guess.
All right, about halfway back there,
still...
as you round the corner. Yeah, as you round the corners, when you hear the smash of the truck as it crashes into the building. That's no listen roll required, as you've heard car wrecks before. Right. You've been in 2 of them recently. So yeah.
Okay. Then I quicken my pace to make myself my way back to find where everybody is. Hopefully back inside the shop.
Okay, as soon as you round the corner, you see the smashed truck, and you see Iris as she has pulled out her gun and she is aiming into the shop. at this point, something begins to play on the television sets. And here's where it's going to get interesting. I would like all of our captured people, Gumble, Ruby, and Lenny, to all roll power checks for me. And I would like Iris to roll a dex check for me as we see exactly in what order things are going to be happening here.
Cool. And I'm going to watch.
Yeah, you're luckily free of this. You took the pipe blast and now you're all right.
Right.
Extreme success for me.
I got a regular success.
And
I
a
also
fail
have
for
extreme
me.
success.
Ruben got a regular success, but that's also the highest score out of the two extremes that were given. So, Ruben, as you are standing there and as these come on, technically, Kiana... Okay, Iris gets one shot. We're going to roll a luck roll, and then you're going to roll an attack roll for me first. Roll an attack roll for you get one shot off. You get one blast.
That is... Yep, that's a success.
Okay, with a success, now roll a luck roll to see if you happen to get the one that Ruby is focusing on. This will require...
That is 4.
You happen to shoot the very one as Ruby's eyes flutter open. For a moment, she sees the blue-gray glow, and just as images are starting to form on this TV, it shatters underneath a gunshot blast. We're going to do this again as everybody comes up, and these TVs are now illuminated. You guys cannot close your eyes. Joey, you have a chance to react here. You have no fucking clue what's going on, but Joey can do something here. It would require entering the room or shooting into the room like Iris is doing. And Iris, as you are aiming at the TV sets, I'd like you to roll a power check. Uh-oh.
I enter expecting there to be a fight or something going on with my knife out. Actually, no, my shoulder's broken. I'm gonna stand behind her and see what she's firing at.
You can see from your vantage point, Joey, you can see that your three friends are tied up with wire in chairs. You see that they're all awake now and that these wires have opened their eyes, kind of drawn them back Clockwork Orange style. And as you're sitting there, you see that she's shooting at something that's just out of your vision because the door itself isn't open wide enough for you to kind of get a full view of the back room. As
There's
you look
to hide
at one
back here,
yeah,
like, is it like the
Iris,
truck, the back of the truck or something. I don't want to because I could be in a line of fire. I kind of want to get some cover and kind of sit out for a bit.
Yeah,
I have a broken shoulder.
Yeah, you can definitely kind of peek back around the corner, down off the dock, in the bed of the truck. You can. There's definitely places to go where
I'm gonna
you
slump
will
into the bed of the truck and kind of just I guess peer up over the bed of the truck every once in a while and assess what's going on. But I mean, I'm a kid with a broken shoulder. I'm not a hero yet.
Gotcha. Absolutely. Okay. With that power roll, Vale, I'd like everybody else to roll me a power roll that's still in the chairs and a luck roll from Iris to see if she is able to.
That is 11 from Gabo, another extreme.
That is a failure for Lenny.
Okay, that's two extremes in a row for Gumble, right?
It's a failure for Ruby, too.
Okay. And what about Kiana? What was your luck roll? 25?
Yes.
Okay, you're able to get one more shot off. Gumble, somehow you're able to move your head, and though it kind of tears and hurts, doesn't do any damage to you, but the corners of your eyes are bleeding, or some of your lower lid tears on your left eye, your upper lid tears on your right, but you're able to move your eyes away with two extremes, and you do not have to make any more rolls, as you're able to kind of use some of your old CIA, FBI training to take the pain and redirect it like communism.
Can I spend 4 of my luck to make this a success?
Yeah, you can make it a success. And so what's happening now is you guys are violently trying to not look at the TV sets. Ruby, you understand what's happened. You've seen Jane and Gumble fall prey to this. This is Lenny's first time, however, though. And I am going to allow one more time, make a shot, and then if you make it, make a luck to see if you stop Lenny from seeing the TV he's looking at. The other two are fighting it off as best they can.
That's a success.
And roll luck. Again, you've reduced it, so it'll be a hard or an extreme for luck to hit the one that you need. Holy shit.
It's a fucking hard success.
So Lenny, just as your eyes drop and you see something that your mind can't comprehend, but before it takes hold and bites into your brain, the screen shatters, splinters, and spider webs in front of you as again Iris has dead-eyed one of these things. Joey, you see these shots going off and the sound of shattering glass on the inside. At this point, Gumble, you can try to actually move if you'd like. You're probably going to have to... Yeah. You have to make a strength check for me to kind of like muscle your way out of this. But you've broken free enough that you've given yourself some slack in this rope.
I am going to definitely roll that strength check to try and just like, no, get me out of... And that's a success. My strength is 90, so I burst free of my shackles.
Jesus Christ. So, Gumble, who cannot be stopped.
I roll somewhere like a droid to come out of my chair. I just roll with my chair, like the chair comes with me.
Just
like a droid
folds like a Metroid ball.
He just folds into me.
Gumble explodes. He collapses into a droidica ball. Then he explodes, and as the wire, the splinters and frays around him, somewhere in the high sky, a bald eagle does a as it just he breaks free. Right. With the bald eagle cry as he frees himself from it. Now, as all of this is going on, I would like Joey to roll a spot hidden for me.
I'd love to. You got it, Greg.
Nice.
With
so,
my
Joey, as you're sitting there...
With my bald eagle eyes.
As you're sitting there, you see something coming down the alleyway.
America.
And as it is coming down the alleyway, you see this very large man who is wearing a trench coat. He has a wide-brimmed hat on, and it's downcast, obscuring his features. And as he walks up, he comes directly towards, ignoring Iris, directly towards the truck. And as soon as he sees that the truck is damaged, he begins to turn around and walk back out the alleyway. This is obscured by the corner of the building. Iris will not be able to see this gentleman. But as this person has walked up, saw the state of the truck, they just heel turned and 180'd back the way they came.
Okay. I guess I'm going to... in that time where he comes up and turns around and I guess walks away, I guess I'm going to try to get Iris' attention and... Hey. See that? Look right there. Look right there. You missed it. There's a guy just walked up and just looked at the truck and left.
I just finished shooting things.
Yeah, the other two are still like pinned down.
They're still tied to the chair. Gumble, after your feat of strength and extricating yourself, you may either leave the room or you can grab their chairs and start dragging them out of the room if you wish. Or you can take one of them.
I'll do the second and just sort of grab both chairs.
You're coming with me. Evac ASAP.
Roll me a strength check to see how quickly or how successfully you can do this.
That is just a success by 1 point. 89.
Okay, so as you're dragging them out, I would like one more power check from both Ruby and Lenny as they are still within the TV's influence.
Oh, finally a success. A hard success.
Extreme success.
So you guys are able to do something similar to what Gumble did. You're able to kind of pull your eyelids free, jerk your head to one side, and then with the kind of the change in scenery afforded to you by Gumble as he grabs the chairs, spins them, and drags them out, you guys are no longer under the influence or under the subjugation of whatever it is these TVs are emitting. And so as this all goes on, Iris, you're getting ready to line up another shot when evac ASAP, and he begins pulling people out, and they seem to be okay. And you hear Joey say what he said.
There's something else?
Yeah. There's a man who just came. You didn't see that? There's a large man just walked up, looked at the truck, and left.
Interesting.
Honest to God.
Which way did he head out? Did you see?
That way. He went that way.
And probably looked at Joey, like clearly not moving. One of the things.
Yeah. I'm like got my arm over like the bed of the truck, and I'm like, wait over there, and like I can't really I'm not trying not to move my left side at all, and trying not to jerk my neck at all because that's all tied together.
Jane's gonna try to help the patient in front of her first.
Muscles.
She's not gonna go after this guy until she
probably realize. Oh wait, he looks hurt. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a
extreme.
Yeah.
He tells you what happened. With the horrible blunt trauma on his shoulder. Yeah, and broken collarbone. Yeah.
With the extreme with the first aid, he immediately gets the 1, and you don't have to roll the medicine as he gets to. So you do the 1 and the 1d3, and he'll be able to take whatever the combo of all that is.
Again, it's 3, so 4 points of healing to you. And she immediately she pulls splinters of door and uses it as to prevent his arm from moving as she just.
Oh, I need a sling, right? Yeah, I think that's what they used when you have a broken collarbone. Yeah. Sweet.
Okay, so as you're all sitting there, and you kind of tend to him, you're all kind of, Gumble gets you guys out of the wiring. You're able to kind of get your heads back together. You're not as hurt as you were, but you hear the sound of the Freedom Mobile fire up out, and you see, when you look out of the alleyway, the Freedom Mobile drive down Main Street.
Is there anyone in it?
Yeah, there's a driver. You can't make out the driver, but you definitely see somebody is behind the wheel.
That's not a car.
Is the road warrior?
Car?
Yeah, the bike's there.
Perfect. That's all I care about.
I think we still got to take care of what's ever in this building.
That's true. Is the electric current still active? Was I able to feel that as we were leaving, or were any of us able to feel that as we were leaving?
No, it seems it was turned off whenever you guys started waking up.
Okay.
I think we burned it down.
And all the
ground,
TVs were shot out, right?
There was still 3 that are presumably still on.
Okay, now is this like a stack of TVs, stacked up on top of each other? Could this be toppled over?
There was 5 in a row, and Iris has shot out 2 of them.
Okay. What were they on? The old school, when your teacher brings the thing into class? Were they on one of those?
Yes.
Guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. If Lenny can get behind them, he walks back in and tips them over to smash the screens out.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that because to avoid actually looking at the screens now. So you're able to get behind them and smash them to the ground. You realize that Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
What the wiring and this back room that I wasn't allowed into? What does this place look like?
A workshop. You see TVs with the wooden compartments and cabinets and different displays and things like that. You notice that none of the TVs have antenna that are going into them, and that just with a cursory look as you push them over and smash them, The power cord that's coming out of the back is attached to nothing inside the cabinet. It is strictly for show.
And what were the wires attached to? The ones that were wrapping us up.
Nothing.
Well, shit. Yeah, Lenny comes back outside, or at least he pokes his head outside, and he basically relays that information. He says, there was no power in those TVs. I don't know what that was.
There was communism, plain and simple. Sparks have been saying it.
I still think
For
we should
weeks
burn it
now.
down to the ground.
It's the only possible
shit.
explanation.
And you hear Lenny exclaim, "Oh shit!" and then he runs back inside after realizing that no one retrieved the storekeeper. So he runs back behind the thing counter. That's the word to see if that guy's still there.
He is. He's kind of groggy and sitting with his knees drawn up to his chest, but when you run back in, he just kind of holds up a hand for you to take it.
Yeah, he grabs him
He
and kind of
seems
like brings him to his feet. He says, "What the hell happened? I went down and then I was tied up and someone stole our car. I think whatever was
He's
here
been
is
making
gone."
those TVs. He's gone. The power's gone. He was the power.
Was that
he was making the
Tin Top
TVs.
Man?
Yeah.
Who the fuck
Yeah.
is that
You know what he
guy?
looks like?
He's from Poland too, or Russia. You could be honest.
Do you know what he looks like?
I don't know. He's tall. He always has a jacket on and a hat.
What about his face?
Sounds Russian.
I never saw his face. He's got red eyes, though. Red eyes.
Just like communism.
Yeah.
Lenny kind of leans out and looks, or yells out the door to wherever Ruby is, and he says, "Hey, Ruby, what color were Jane's eyes before? You know."
Red. They were red.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you guys, the red wave is crashing down all around us. And you know what? We haven't got a canoe. So, where does that leave us?
got
Gumball,
the
I have a
vibe.
great idea. I have a great idea. We need a recon for a new vehicle, a new Freedom Mobile.
Copy that. I'll call
You're
it
the
in.
best guy for the job.
Requesting a Freedom Mobile, location Richmond.
We're in California.
Homa.
Homa, California.
Location California, Richmond.
Better.
Better.
Still not. Okay,
You know
and he
there's
he
no
like
one on the
slings the
other
arm
end.
over the storekeeper. He slings the arm of the storekeeper over him, and not fireman, but like he sort of buddy carries him out. He says, "We gotta take this guy somewhere."
Where are we gonna take him?
There's a
On
ton
your
of vehicles
back?
on the street that are abandoned.
All right, let's grab one
Let's
of
grab the
them.
most American one.
Oldsmobile. So I think
Okay,
I think the guy Joey saw was the same guy that was doing this. He's got red eyes.
Had to be.
This
Had
guy's a
to
little
be.
out of it, but he says he's the power.
Big dude.
I don't know what that means. And we have
I
a
think
name,
she's
sort
what
of.
we gotta kill, make this stop happening.
Okay, so as you guys are there, Lenny, why don't you make me a mechanical repair roll to kind of pick the best vehicle? You know, there's several abandoned vehicles here.
Success. That
Okay,
might even
yeah,
be a
you
hard
find-
success.
Okay, you find you got your choice between like a truck, a pickup truck, and a regular sedan. Either of which should be able to carry everybody. Just depends on whether you want to have people on the outside or the inside. But you have a truck and a car to choose from. Which one would you like to take?
He looks back and forth between everybody, and then looks to Gubble and sort of sighs and points to the truck.
Rock and roll. Get inside the back, boys. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Okay, so as you all jump in there,
Joey's arm sucks, doesn't it? He should ride shotgun.
My arm does suck. It's awful.
It's a sucky arm right there.
Clearly has a sling around it.
yeah, Joey's a little bit, he's winged a bit. But
yeah.
as you guys all jump into the vehicle and you're on your way out, I will let you know that with the escape of the TikTok man, that takes 1 minute off of the Doomsday clock. And as you all jump into your car, and as you stand there and you hear the air raid sirens going off, and as Gumbel realizes exactly what this is,
My God.
you have just entered globothermal nuclear war. And that is where we will end this episode of Atomic Cthulhu.
Nice.
Time for some
Well, that was fun.
boogie to make everything better.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's making everything better. That boogie. Right?
Yeah. That
means-
everything's fine. Joey DeVivre is not dead at all.
Fuck you, Brett.
Not. I mean, I thought we were headed for a little party kill today. This isn't how I thought it was going down, though.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
You're not
That's
dead yet.
exciting.
I'm not done yet, that's
become-
true.
A mutated post-apocalyptic ghoul. I
Hey,
can be ghouls.
You live your best life.
Fingers crossed.
We can
Yes.
make it through together, guys. We can do this.
How many ghouls in a row can we have?
Well, that means, maybe Jane isn't dead. Maybe she's just a fucking robo-ghoul. That could be dope.
Yeah.
Which is so much fun.
That's so much better than a normal
I don't know. She
Literally-
exploded.
Cool.
So much better.
She exploded, but there's a thing about her death thanks to the beginning of the campaign, where someone's supposed to be trying to resurrect her right now.
It ain't us. I can say that much.
No,
It's certainly not you guys, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole
Well-
thing. No. We'll have to deal with that
It was
next week. my
Marty's
friends.
curse. Yeah, Marty's curse was the one where I had to stop somebody else
Yes.
from dying by sacrificing. Okay. Just remember,
Yep.
I was like, wait, was that Joey? Okay.
But yeah, we'll be back next week for more global thermonuclear death and destruction. But we're actually carrying on tonight here on Encounter Roleplay, so stick around because we're playing the first part of a 2-part game called Triumvine. Myself, Mythomatic, will be there. Mike, unfortunately, will also be there, along with Jonathan Pruitt and Sydniak as well. So he'll be with us tonight, and we're entering a Blade Runner-esque Shadowrun style
Shadowrunner. Cyberpunk.
game. Cypunk, Cyworlds, everything. All of those
Remember
words are
Cypunk?
going to happen. I remember Cypunk. I was actually looking it up earlier today. It's fucking sick. So, but let's go around a custom crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? And of course, where can we find you guys online? If you guys in chat enjoyed the show and you haven't followed yet, be sure to hit the follow button and join us. But Greg, great job tonight. How'd it go for you, man?
Oh, it went well. We got a lot done. I knew that with the death of Jane, that pretty much guaranteed that the bombs were going to drop this episode because you guys had already accrued certain things that were going to take away at least 60 seconds. But this is the part I've been waiting for. You guys got through more than what I thought would happen, honestly, before the bombs dropped. So we'll see exactly what happens.
Yeah.
But just because these people are outside right now, I will let chat know that that doesn't mean that the characters you see right now are gone. They are just in a very, very, very difficult situation. So Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. You can see me here every 4:30 to 7:30 Mondays Eastern to do a little Atomic Cthulhu. Tomorrow we have Tomes and Tentacles, I believe, either tomorrow or Wednesday coming out, which is dope. Tomorrow night on WebDM, I will be doing some Starward Bound with Kiana as we fly the stars. I am Elry Tossbottle, Arcane Halfling Trickster. I love playing that guy. Wednesday, I'm back here for Where It's At, a little Doors to Darkness Cthulhu action as we delve into our own insanity back in the world of the 1920s. And then Thursday, I'm off. Friday, I have Conan, Age Undreamed Of, starting on my channel, Grimjack21502, from 12 to 2, followed by Firefly from 2 to 4. Normally, we would have Project Kronos on Saturdays from 2 to 4, but I'm doing a little charity over on Unmade Gaming where I'm going to be a dog. Come join us there and contribute because charity is cool. And then I am also going to be premiering my new show on the Greyhawk channel from 9 till whenever on Saturday night. It is called The Valley of Soot and Skull, and we shall see how that goes. Sunday night on my channel, Project Athena. Let's see you back here. Stay atomic.
Thanks so much, Greg. And Myth, same questions.
Hi, man, I had a blast. No pun intended. It was really a lot of fun today, always is. Really enjoy playing with and alongside all of you. I always feel bad when I play characters that like aren't going in heroically on these like combats, but it's like crushed shoulder, also crazy nerd, not fighter. But anyway, a lot of fun, nevertheless. But my name is Mythomatic. I'm a roleplay streamer and voice actor here on Twitch. You can follow me over my channel. I stream every day that isn't Monday and Tuesday. And when it is Monday and Tuesday, I'm playing tabletop RPGs on my friends' channels, such as Encounter Roleplay, as well as, again, Encounter Roleplay right after this. And then tomorrow I'll be over on the Greyhawk channel doing some Vecna Lives as well, where I play a artificer gunsmith. It's a blast. I really have a lot of fun with him. And yeah, I'll just see you guys then.
Thank you so much, Myth, as I struggle to find a new button in an appropriate amount of time. Kiana, same questions for you.
That was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure how I was gonna go with Jane's death. She's probably not fully dead. I swear to God, if Greg makes me fight my sweet scientist baby as a robot, I am going to riot. But I wouldn't put it past him, honestly.
I mean,
but no, it was also really fun to introduce Iris, because she's totally different, super composed, also doesn't give a fuck about the other people other than helping heal them. So she's just gonna get through her stuff and mourn somewhere during the time of an atomic blast. Who knows? But until next week, I am over on Twitter at KennaS. That's probably the best way to find out what I'm doing, and the best way to reach me, because I love talking with you guys. But to do a quick run over of what I do, over on my podcast, Ladies Slaying Dragons, me two cool ladies doing a roundtable discussion about tabletop gaming, release a new episode every Sunday. This is a special month because we are doing a whole discussion about visual representation in tabletop gaming. We have a bunch of interviews with some really cool people, so that will be coming out all this month. I'm very excited for that. As Greg said, over Tuesday, WebDM, well, I actually am playing a murder robot, so I'm just getting practice for that for when Jane shows up again. Wednesdays, I'm over on Straticus' channel, DMing One Shot Wonders, which is my series of one-shots where we go through a new setting every month. It's super exciting. This Wednesday is the finale of the Ravenloft setting, where I've been torturing my friends with fields, and it's been great. And normally on Saturdays, I'm over on Greg's channel doing Project Kronos, but not this week, so next week. But yeah, can't wait for Atomic Cthulhu. As always, it's always a blast, always so much fun to play with these crazy people and try to survive, ?
That's it, great stuff. Thank you, Kiana. And Mike?
Yeah, I had a blast. Also, not to make it fun. This is always fun. Greg running Cthulhu is always an amazing time, and I'm glad I get to play not only a different character than last time, but several different characters in theory, as Greg slowly kills all of himself, which should be awesome. And I'm curious to see how this goes and who the hell the TikTok man is, and how Lenny's going to become the Road Warrior. But I am a tabletop streamer here. I am the American gamer that Will wishes he was. And if you want to see what that looks like, come check me out on the rest of the week over on the Unmade Gaming channel. And you can see me here right after this on some Triumph. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. And last but not least, Jules.
Yeah, this is so much fun. I'm actually super stoked for our post-apocalyptic wasteland, and I really do want to watch Lenny become the Road Warrior. Like, I know he's going to end up killing me, but that's fine. It'll be great because I'm assuming that Mike's costume is going to get more intense. Yes? Okay, good.
Yes.
That's the payoff. No, this was so much fun. You can find me on Twitter at Julia Rosa, and if you want to listen to me play D&D, I'm on the Dungeon Drunks podcast, and we release new episodes every Monday. And I'm here every Monday, too.
Yeah,
Except
awesome.
for next Monday.
Yes, to avoid nuclear destruction, Jules is fleeing.
Jules
we'll
is
see
fleeing,
how
ironically, to America
right,
for the
yeah.
4th of July.
To the country. Amazing. Great stuff. Well, my friends, we're going to stick on here with Triumphing, so stick with us. But until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everyone. Bye.